Hi everyone and welcome to Darksiders 2 Deathinitive Edition, Deathinitive Difficulty Walkthrough. This is part 13? 12? Sorry, I don't do one of these in a long time, so but yeah, it's trouble to know what part it is, because I choose some parts. I just do part something and then part 1, part 2, part 3, because this is a long game. So, but yeah, I want to apologize once again because I've been getting a lot of Bloodborne content in the channel. Actually, you know what? I don't want to apologize because I'm putting a lot of Bloodborne. So, when you say a lot of Bloodborne, you shouldn't follow a sorry about it, because Bloodborne is practically the best game of the year. If it wasn't because Witcher 3 is just so fucking amazing. But Bloodborne is just right there, like almost first place, like almost. And I failed because this is all exploration, the first part. And basically this is the quest, the Lord of Bones. We seek an audience with a creature called Lord of Bones, and we have to pass 3 trials in order to get to talk to him, quote unquote talk. And in between, I think we can fight Echidna. Echidna is like from Devil May Cry. So Echidna, the fucking spider in that dimension of shadows or something like that, which was another side quest of ours. And you're gonna see this video, which is the whole preparation and just exploration of this giant flying boat. And then I'm going to separate all the 3 trials in 3 different videos. And the first trials is supposed to be a really hard fight. Like, everywhere I've seen, everyone talks about that fight like if it's one of the worst, most difficult fights in the game. And I did it first try, and I'm under level, and I'm doing definitive difficulty. So I don't know, maybe I don't know. Maybe people are not used to playing in the hardest difficulty, and then when you get something difficult, it's just that, you know, that spike. Like when you were playing God of War Ascension, that fucking asshole in IGN that almost complained, and he himself fucking created a patch for the, what was it called? The Achilles test? No, it was not that. Well, the almost the last part of God of War, when you have to pass a couple of kind of combat scenarios that are difficult. Don't get me wrong, they are really difficult. But I remember playing that game like almost day 1 when it released in PS3. And I did that part. I was playing on not the hardest difficulty the first time, because of course I don't usually go for the hardest difficulty, because I kind of want to know how to play the game before. But it was not easy. And later I played on the hardest difficulty, and I did play it without the patch, without the fucking patch that made it easier. I don't know how they made it easier, but they made it easier. And yes, I died a lot. I died a lot of times, but like normally, I didn't die like in my blood level 4 run of Bloodborne, which is incredibly, fantastically difficult. Or like other stuff, like the no damage in Metal Gear Rising, or other stuff that I've done that have been way more difficult. So yeah, I don't know. I died normally. I didn't find that particular fight to be really bad. And here I'm just kinda showing you that the game actually has a story and cool characters that you can talk to. That it's not all fighting. You know, if you're interested in that. I realized that I said I wasn't going to show like the talking and cutscenes, but I just want to show a little, because you know, you can ask questions, see? You can ask questions and have dialogue with characters. you don't actually change the story by talking to people. It's not that kind of game like an RPG. But you can talk to people and find out more about what you're doing and what's everything about, you know. The Chancellor, that's the Lord of Bones, the Chancellor. So, yeah, we need to find the Chancellor, we need to talk to him, and probably fight him. I don't really remember if we fight him, I think we do. I know we have a boss at the last part of the third trial. Before having the audience with the Chancellor, we have a boss fight, I remember that. And I think we're gonna have a couple of difficult battles in all the 3 tests levels, but I did only 2, I think, and I didn't have a boss fight. But I did have trouble combat, like difficult combat. Not at all like the most difficult combat in the game, like I've heard. But one of those combat is supposed to be one of the worst combat scenarios in the game. And like not at all, I don't agree at all. In fact, we are not even half through with this game at this point. Maybe approaching half, but not really half. So, I was apologizing at the beginning. Yes, I want to apologize because not because I brought a lot of Bloodborne. That's not something I should apologize. Bloodborne is awesome. But maybe if you're not interested in Bloodborne, I can totally understand. And you know, I always try to bring one video of a game and another video of another game, and then in the last couple of months, maybe it was too much Uncharted, and too much. Well, now it seems to be the month of Bloodborne because I am actually doing 2 kind of walkthroughs. One is the serious walkthrough, the Blood level 4, and the other is kind of a joke walkthrough when I cheese all the bosses, or not all the bosses. Some of them cannot really be cheesed, and those will not be featured. But kind of funny stuff about Bloodborne and will be featured. For example, I'm preparing more kind of funny stuff when I transform into that kind of creature that you can transform in the DLC. That is kind of like some kind of alien plant, alien, you know, flower with tentacles. And I'm going to defeat a lot of bosses with those tentacles and vomiting on several NPCs and bosses because you can actually vomit as an attack. So I'm preparing some funny stuff that Bloodborne has. At the same time, I'm continuing with the Blood level 4, of course. But I don't want to comment about that because I kind of want to see those videos as a serious thing and surprises. Because at the beginning I was really terrified of Ludwig. When I was going to do the Blood level 4, like the first thing that came to my mind is Ludwig. Oh my god, Ludwig. Bloodwig? Did I say Bloodwig? It's like a combination of Bloodborne and Ludwig. Ludwig, yeah. So that was really scary because I was thinking, how the fuck am I going to do this? How, like, you watch my live DLC, and if you didn't, you can go watch it if you don't get bored too easily. And it was really terrifying. Ludwig really wrecked my shit in the DLC, in the live playthrough. And then I didn't play it again, and I went straight for Blood level 4, and I died fucking a lot, but not as much as I will, not as much as I expected. Like, I expected to be almost cancelling the walkthrough because of Ludwig, because I didn't know if I could do it, because you know the thing about Ludwig is that there is no strategies. Like, I showed you a strategy, like moving to the left constantly, and that doesn't prompt certain attacks that are more terrifying, or one of his attacks that are more terrifying, but it still can happen. But you can actually doing that strategy, you can actually not get it, and that makes the battle approachable, because it's not even approachable in a Blood level 4. You die by getting one hit, and not getting hit, like doing a no damage of Ludwig, is incredibly difficult, like incredibly difficult. And I approached that fight with no hope in my mind. Like I knew I was going to die a whole lot because I just had to learn it to almost the point of perfection. And even then, I knew that Ludwig has some weird, questionable hitboxes, and that's basically what killed me every single time. The weird, questionable hitboxes. That can be avoided, don't get me wrong, but it can still hit you, like Evrietta's rush attack. Evrietta's rush attack is a huge fucking hitbox that moves forward. So if you dodge incorrectly, too soon or too late, she's gonna hit you every single time. In a Blood level 4, Evrietta's hitting you is death incarnate. So once again, Evrietta's is going to be another point in the walkthrough where I'm going to complain a lot. I don't know if you saw that or you're going to see it, because I'm probably going to publish this before Evrietta's, I guess. So you're going to see it. You're going to see all the bosses, even the chalice bosses. For the first time, I'm going to go into the chalices with a Blood level 4 character, and I'm going to do all the bosses in the chalices. So this is an all bosses. When I say all bosses, I mean every single fucking thing that is considered a boss is going to be featured there. Hopefully before we play Dark Souls 3. So again with the apologizing, I want to apologize because this walkthrough once again got lost in the void of Bloodborne. I'm really hooked on playing Bloodborne. I kinda said that already before. Like each and every time that I play Bloodborne, I just want to play more Bloodborne. That's the only thing that I want to play, and that's the thing that you have to give credit to the game, because not that many games that when you start playing it, you just want to play that game. You know, that feeling, that old feeling when the games were actually really good. And you didn't get bored, or you didn't hit a slow moment in the game or a bad moment in the game and you hated to go through. Like every single thing that Bloodborne does, it does right. I have minor complaints, like the multiplayer, maybe the single complaint that I have with the game. Like the multiplayer is broken. The multiplayer is fun kinda if you invade a couple of times, but nowhere near as fun as Demon Souls or Dark Souls for that matter. But the single player portion of the game is the best Soulsborne game out there. Yes, I said that. It's even better than Dark Souls, even better than Demon Souls. It's the best single player that has come in a long time. So the best hack and slash, third person action game. So what else did I want to talk about? Well, I wanted to mention that this game is going to be returning, as I mentioned before, and kinda didn't happen. But the thing is, I record these games and I record commentary as close to the upload as I can, so it doesn't feel like old. You know, when a commentary feels like it happened a long time ago, like I like I will be saying like Happy New Year, guys. Like not at all. It's actually I'm going to like give you the date. It's actually 10 of January, and you're probably going to see it uploaded like tomorrow, 11 or 12. So really, this commentary is not all. And I've done commentaries that are old, and the thing that happens there is that when you do a commentary that is actually really old and then people answer that commentary, then you're talking about news or stuff that happened a long time ago, and kinda maybe it's not true anymore, you know, it already changed or something like that, and it's kinda old. It's just old. So it's not news anymore. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to do the commentaries as like thinking about uploading that very same video the other day or stuff like that. If I can, because really guys, I have power outages, I have power cuts. If it's really hot, I have more power cuts. On top of that, my ISP is really fucking retarded. It works like it wants, like it's a fucking creature that is alive. It works like shit sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. And on top of that, it also cuts sometimes, and I'm off internet. So yeah, summer is a living fucking hellish nightmare for me, like entirely. I hate the heat. Like the first thing, I hate the fucking heat. Then we have all sorts of bugs and critters, living creatures that I hate, like cockroaches, spiders, those fucking things that fly close to the moths or something like that. I know the technical name. I'm sure they have an awesome technical name, but they're fucking moths. And all those sorts of fucking creatures that I hate having around. And on top of that, I have power cuts, so no electricity on a hot day is incredibly fun. And that means that I cannot upload anything, because I cannot basically use my internet, and I cannot even edit a video or much even record. So yeah, expect the channel to be a little slower in the summer, and to again get that same speed that I was having in the year, like in March or April. It sure is going to be a lot of video traffic in my channel in April, because we have Uncharted 4 and Dark Souls 3, so definitely. But in March it's going to be just normal like before, and that's what I wanted to apologize, I guess, even though I ramble away every single time. I want to apologize because I always bring really one video of one game and then another of other game, and so I can keep it a little different. And I was bringing a lot of Uncharted at the same time, and a lot of lately a lot of Bloodborne. And I've been getting a lower amount of views, let's just say it like that, a lower amount of views than usual. Unless I do something a lot interesting, like the Ludwig kill in Blood Level 4. So yeah, I'm just back playing this game now. I'm just kinda hoping around between Darksiders 2 and Bloodborne. And probably you're gonna have a lot of Bloodborne and Darksiders in January. And Transformers is coming, guys, and just is not. The thing is, Transformers is kinda getting the back shelf, and not because it's a bad game at all, and it's still going to come, I assure you that. It's just because I really want to play Bloodborne, and I really want to see if I can get all bosses in Blood Level 4, and it takes a lot of fucking practice, like a lot of fucking practice. Like, some of the challenge bosses are not easy, guys, they are not. And I haven't even finished with the DLC in Blood Level 4, because Lawrence is a piece of fucking trash, and the Orphan is a piece of fucking trash. So it's difficult, but you're gonna see everything, hopefully, really soon. And the next video of Darksiders 2 is going to be the first test, that is through that door. I think that the last part of this video is actually me almost going through that door, and in the next video we are going to see the first test of this arena. Hopefully we're gonna see the Chancellor at the end, gonna fight a boss that is not the Chancellor. I think it's kind of like a serpent in the sand, something like that. And then we see the audience with the Chancellor, and I don't remember if we actually fight the Chancellor or not. I played this game on the PS3 a long time ago, and I just don't remember. But it's definitely interesting. This game is so. This game, when you start playing it, it's the same thing as Bloodborne for me. When you start playing it, you just want to keep playing, you know, because it's fun. like the puzzle parts of the game, I kind of maybe distorted the reality when I said this game had a lot of puzzles. I'm playing it a lot now, and it doesn't really have a lot of puzzles. It's just a couple of rooms, and the puzzles are not really that hard. And then you have a lot of fights and combats and exploration. The exploration is fantastic. It reminds me of Prince of Persia and those kind of games. So yeah, so we'll see each other in the next part, which will be the test number 1, I guess. So thank you for watching, guys, and take care.